Good day to all. I hope everyone is staying healthy and safe during this epidemic. I am Reverend E. Flowers Jr., and my presentation is about age and substance abuse. I have picked this topic due to underlying history I have with substance abuse behavior during my teens and young adult age. My research have proven all I had experienced in life with regards to exposure, impact, and mitigation I received. I wish that I had known all this information I have today before. Thus, I find this research very important to share. I consider this presentation as a campaign to raise awareness. Today, we will go over how age is a driving factor of levels of substance abuse. There are 4 key topics that we will explore throughout this presentation. First, we will go over that in different age brackets, there are various degrees of exposure and vulnerability to substance abuse. Second, we will dive into the gateway theory of substance abuse. Third, I find from experience that most important topics to put emphasis on is the degrees of lifelong impact substance abuse has. Last but not least, is the varying outside efforts to mitigate substance abuse. Before we go any further, here are 5 resources I have used substantially to help me understand and better explain the topics we are to cover in this presentation. From this research, it is important that we define the different age brackets. Infants, 0 to 12 months. Toddler, 1 to 3 years old. Preschool, 3 to 5 years old. Grade schoolers, 5 to 12 years old. Teen, 12 to 18 years old. Young adults, 18 to 21 years old. 21 to 35 years old are considered adults. 36 to 55 years old are middle-aged adults. And anyone over than 55 years old is in the older adult age bracket. Exposure is defined on how easily you can be exposed, either firsthand or secondhand, to substance abuse. Vulnerability measures your lack of control to being exposed to substance abuse. Most likely, the impact is second degree. Although young adults can easily be seen as the most exposed age bracket to substance abuse based on the Alcohol Research and Health, the Journal of National Institute of Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. Adults are the most exposed individuals to substance abuse. The contributing factors are accessibility due to their legal age, financially capable. As adults are working age due to their financial capability, they can sustain their habits whether bad or good. Pressure of adulthood. This is the stage in life when bigger responsibilities and challenges in life with serious lifelong impact arise, thus triggers substance abuse that helps with anxiety. The contributing factor to the being vulnerable is a lack of control. Ages 0 to 5 years old are at the group that's susceptible to the impact of substance abuse in the household. They are in no control and have very little knowledge or physical advantage to defend and or speak out their mind. What they see adults do is what they think is right. Sussing Lillian B. on Focus on Young Ones, Disclosure on Substance Abuse and Age, commends that efforts in protecting these age groups need to control from the government and other organizations due to the physiological impact on the child growth development. This is why agencies such as child welfare systems are well established. What is a gateway drug? A drug that can be habit forming, but isn't always. Using them could lead to other harder drugs. The secondary drugs are generally much more addictive. The 3 most common gateway drugs are alcohol, marijuana, prescription medicine. Aria A.M., Caldera K.M., Kaspersky S.J., O'Grady K.E., Vincent K.B., Griffins R.R., and discussed on increased alcohol consumption, non-medical prescription drug use, and illicit drugs use are associated with energy drinks consumption. Among college students, the reformed gateway. Newer studies shows that energy drinks and caffeine has become the new gateway substance abuse. Studies show that in long run, when abusive consumption of these substances no longer creates the same benefits abusers desire, or when one's tolerance level goes up and can no longer be sustained by these substances, these then opt for controlled substances. The impact of substance abuse can be lifelong or short lived, and all varies on how early the abuse is mitigated. If it continues, the impact of lifelong, otherwise short lived, if the abuser overdosed and dies. The three main categories that I wanted to go over about regarding the impact of substance abuse are psychological, physical, and sociological. Those three things are somehow entwined depending on the degree of substance abuse. For instance, suicidal, hallucinative mindsets are results of long-term substance abuse behavior. Elevated mood swings, and depression are usually the early onsets of substance abuse. Elevated mood is usually the people that desire abusing substance like coffee, energy drinks, and or cocaine. Physical impact varies on what substance is being abused. Facial skin breakouts are often results of abusing substances like steroids and methamphetamines. Wrinkles or aging skin are results of smoking cigarettes, depriving the skin of important nutrients and oxygen. Lung disease and or lung irritations are results of smoking cigarettes and or marijuana. Chewing tobacco causes a buildup of plaque and tartar. Methamphetamines rots the teeth throughout dry mouth, teeth cleansing, and craving for sugar drinks and foods. Cocaine and methamphetamine can constrict blood vessels and cause the heart to beat irregularly. Too much stimulation oftentimes results to heart damage. Opioids can slow heart rate down to fatality. If abusive behavior does not get corrected, in long run, death becomes certain physical impact of substance abuse. Losing a job and your status quo in life is just one of the things that socially affects a substance abuser. To add into that, loved ones, family, and friends start to distance themselves. Fourth topic of this research is to go over the outside mitigation to substance abuse. There are different types of mitigation to substance abuse that are available, but it requires for one to take the first step, and that is to realize that one needs help and to accept help. National Institute on Drug Abuse and SAMHSA are both government-funded organizations that do scientific research and provide timely information about substance abuse. Counseling helps to mitigate early onset of substance abuse. It helps after behavior patterns and mindsets of abusers. Support groups is usually the aftermath of rehab. It follows through the withdrawals and cleansing steps done in rehab. Last but not least is Above the Influence is a movement to prevent substance abuse in teens and young adults by providing awareness of consequence of being under the influence. All of these outside mitigations are just a few. There are locally funded efforts and grants available to help support everyone that are willing to take the first step and to change and alter their lives. Age is a driving factor of the intensity of substance abuse. It also provides us insight of the impact one's behavior that is abusive has in their life and the mitigation necessary to prevent further damage to their health.